September 10th, 2022. September 10th, 2022. Psalm 78, verses 38 through 55. Let's see here. Psalm 78. Psalm 78. 78. 38 through 55. Give ear, O my people. 38 to 55. Psalm 78, 38 through 55. I'll start with 32. I'm going to start with 32. For all this they sinned still and believe not for his wondrous works. Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. When he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and inquired early after God. And they remembered that God was their rock and the high God their Redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues. Lord have mercy. For their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant. Verse 38. Help us, Lord Jesus. Verse 38. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and destroyed them not. Yea, many a time turned he his anger away and did not stir up all his wrath, for he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passed away and cometh not again. How oft did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the desert? Yea, they turned back and tempted God and limited the Holy One of Israel. They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from his enemy. Now he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan. And he had turned their rivers unto blood and their floods that they could not drink. He sent diverse sores of flies among them which devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them. He gave also their increase unto the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locust. He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their flesh from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence, and smote all the firstborn of Egypt, the chief of their strength, in the tabernacles of Ham, but made his own people to go forth like sheep, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock. And he led them on safely, so that they feared not. But the sea overwhelmed their enemies, and he brought them to the border of his sanctuary, even to this mountain which his right hand had purchased. He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them an inheritance by a line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents. He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them an inheritance by line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents.